Hey guys, this is Sabrina from Felix Creations, and I'm going to do a quick video. Remember that promise that I made about doing a video every Monday? Yeah, that didn't come out quite the way I hoped it would. So I wanted to do a video because a lot of people have been asking me about my resin earrings. So I just want to show you a few. This is one that I've done. You know, putting in just that little bit of bling, very important. And I've done this one. This is one of my favorites as well. I don't know if I'm keeping them or not. You know how it goes. Sell one, keep three. And this right here is one. See them? Okay guys, so first thing I want to say, when you see online where they tell you that it takes 30 seconds to cure a piece of resin, well, that's a lie. So don't believe that. So hey, my resin isn't curing, it's sticky and it's tacky. It's just because you haven't kept it in, you know. So don't let that be a factor for you to stop doing resin. The most important thing besides the resin is my duct tape. You know, they say you can use this on anything, and it is the truth. I'm telling you. You know, this, I can take this and tape down a counter in my kitchen, and I can use it to put on the back of my resin pieces. Because I don't know how, I don't know the math with the scientific reason for it, but it don't stick to resin. Ain't that crazy? You know, again, a tire it'll stick to, not resin. Another thing is one of the, you know, you can be very successful making money from resin jewelry if you already have your jewelry supplies, because everything you have you're going to need. You're going to need your earring findings. You're going to need these little pieces here that I use to go around the jewelry, or just, you know, to enhance it. You know, I stole this from my stash. The second, very, for me, very beneficial when you do jewelry, when you do resin, is you don't think. Every night, what I do every night, and guys, give me a minute, for some reason I can't find it. Okay, so every night, what I would do is I would get a form and I would just fill it up, whether it's clear, whether it's with, you know, this is resin that's left over, so I would put it in something, and usually almost every time I still use it. This right here is some leftover resin. Now if you can tell, they're not quite the same color, which isn't going to really matter to me, because you can paint them, you can, you know, put anything on them, you know, to still make a pretty good pair of earrings. Okay, another is you're not going to make money if you buy the most expensive stuff you can find. Oh, I want this is the best. I want that is the best. It's not going to happen. I want to show you a little trick that I had learned from someone. I don't think this fits on here, but these make great little bead caps. You twist these around just a piece of regular straw. You know, put your resin right there and slide it right off. Very, very important thing for me. This right here is a little container of my little pieces where I just filled it up one night, and this is my little stash. So I happened to sell a pair of earrings. Let me show you what they looked like. This right here. Okay, they was from this stash. That again, I just filled out my form because I had some leftover resin. Here's my stash, and because 3 of these sold, I have this square piece, these square earrings, and I am going to make a pair out of that. Just go grab it. Hey, guess what? For instance, like this, and put one in the middle of that. So this is always pretty valuable for me. then the other thing, when your jewelry tells a story, it really sells. It makes that piece unique. It really sells. So I'm going to show you. This is my stash of dried flowers. Let me see if it's in there. You see this? This right here is a piece of my orchid that's in the living room. Still smells nice. And let me show you some more stuff. And if you see a flower outside that you think is pretty, grab it and put it in there. Look at that. You know, actually, me showing this in this right here, this flower right here, I think I'm going to take that out because it actually matches quite well with that brown color. And look at that little piece of nature in a piece of jewelry. Okay, so what all did I go over? Again, if you see a video online, a resin, and they tell you that it takes 30 seconds, that is such a joke. Don't believe it. Just don't believe it. And put it in there. Honestly, sometimes it takes 3 times. So 3 times 90. Dwayne, what's 3 times 9? So 27, 270 minutes sometimes to, is it 27 seconds of these are? Seconds. In here, so keep that in mind. Let me see, anything else? Don't be afraid to use your bling. I got that color. I have this. I have this. I have a silver pair. This just enhances resin, just like it enhances your jewelry, because you're still going to make, you know, jewelry out of your resin. And other question was, what do I use? I use this brand. This brand says hard. Now, why is that different? Now, this right here is a high gloss, and you know, I'm not jumping on Michaels because I love Michaels, but this takes longer for me for it to get hard and for me to really feel like it's hard. So, for instance, this right here, you see how rubbery that is? You know, I want glass hard. You know, I don't want like a rubbery hard. Now, when is this can be used? This can be used, like for instance, right here, where you can actually take up that resin, like this right here. You see it? I can cut that and make a design in it, or try to get it as hard as I possibly can and hole punch it in something. And like if I have a shape of a butterfly and hole punch it through a butterfly hole punch, that'll be perfect. So that is when this can be used. So you know, definitely know your rules, but also know your resin. Well, guys, I think that is all the little cheat sheets I have for you. You know, besides simply invest in different molds. And let me show you the molds, because I know it's something that someone is going to ask. Okay, here is some. Here are some of the molds. I like this. This is a I'm getting there. More like holidays. There's Halloween things. There is a butterfly down there. It's a doll print right there. This right here, this is just for rings. One row is more of a, can you tell that that's like a faceted to it? And then this right here is more of a round, you know, just a round shiny edge to it. So one side is for the facet and one's for the shiny. And I think everybody's seen these. This right here is this is alphabets. This is a very good mold to have. You know, it is nice to have them when they're already punched through. It really is. Now, I don't use mine like that. So, for instance, say if this is one, I'd fill it up halfway. This right here is a little bit too thick, but I would fill these up halfway and then build the design of flowers on top of it. But I love this mold. So, guys, if anyone else have any questions, you can leave them in the comment box at the bottom. I would absolutely love to answer them. And my next video on resin will actually be to make these earrings. I have a couple of these still left, but my next video will show you how to make these. Until next time, guys, continue beading.